Hello, everybody. I'm currently on my laptop right now, and I appreciate everybody who's been sending me birthday wishes, as today is my birthday. So I felt like it was the perfect day to be transparent and honest with you guys. A few days ago, I spread awareness on mental health and how important it is to take care of yourself. And honestly, for the past few months, I've been struggling with mental health out of self-doubt and fright of pursuing goals that I really want to achieve. And the reason I really been in my head is because I just wanted to do more. I've gained to realize that I'm a true creator and I'm very passionate about creating. And I have other goals and things that I just want to achieve and do more of. And I would love to show you guys what I've been working on for the past few months through my more personal page, which is KC3 Hidden. I am going to go private soon on that page, so whoever gets in, but I just want to let you guys know that sometimes it is important to take care of your mental health. And honestly, it's been getting better. It has. But out of frustration and fear, I just been in my head for some reason. I never had this feeling before, but I want it to be known that I truly want to create. And I don't know if I'm getting mature or I'm just looking things at a broad point of view, but I am so passionate about creating in general, and I'm excited to show you guys what's going on. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, one of the most prolific content creators of this generation just exposed the dark side to being a content creator. But before we get into that, make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button. My name is Mfasis. I am an artist and a content creator, and I like to talk about certain things tied to music and content creation that interest me on this channel. And I want to talk about this Kai Cenat situation today. So Kai Cenat is truly on a generational run. Him and his AMP crew, they have been some of the biggest streamers over the past few years by far. They've had countless viral moments. They've had legendary moments where they've gotten to the point where you have mainstream celebrities wanting to hang out in their bedroom for these live streams. And you know, all of these guys, many of them originated from just streaming, playing video games. But of course, as the just chatting section of Twitch became more popular over the years, they became the main guys to really get traction in that lane. And more power to them, because that's dope. One thing that Kai specifically has become very popular for, or very notorious for, is doing basically these marathon streams. I believe he calls it Mafiathon, but basically they'll stream for an extremely long period of time, whether it be 24 hours, 48 hours, 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, even up to like 30 days straight, just non-stop streaming over just literally all day, all night. And that is a lot harder than it seems, because you really don't have a whole lot of privacy. But then on top of that, there's always that pressure of always having to feel like you have to be on at all times. And then on top of that, there's also the pressure of feeling like you constantly have to one-up yourself. And if you're in Kai's position where you've gone as far as having very popular pop icons in your bedroom with you for this live stream chilling, then on top of that, you've had countless characters come in your bedroom to also partake in the stream, and then also you've had all these random adventures where you've done like these long extended skits where these guys pretended to be in jail, or basically created like a fake jail just to kind of make it like a skit or whatever, jumping out of planes, like countless scenarios that are meant to up the ante and make it more interesting for the viewer. And that could really start to weigh on people over time. So you see, Kai Cenat had recently put out this clip on his Instagram, just basically saying that he has decided to take a mental health break, because basically over the past couple months he's really been struggling with whatever internal issues, whatever mental issues, like whatever demons he may be facing, because pretty much everybody is dealing with some sort of like demons in their head that they're trying to overcome. He's also talking about dealing with self-doubt and having fear, and many people who are very short-sighted or who aren't capable of looking at things with a nuanced perspective, they're very quick to just say that, well, he's rich, why, what does he have to be sad about or scared about, or this or that? And it's like, well, just because he has a lot of money and he's succeeded in the thing that he tried to succeed in, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's just automatically just gonna be happy for the rest of his life, especially when he understands that the area that he is succeeding in at the current moment, it's an area where the success is fleeting. Like, it is what it is. You could be on top of the world as a, and this, it's not just with content creation, it's really with all forms of entertainment. Like, you could be on top of the world today, and then, in the blink of an eye, you just fall off. I don't want to say fall off, but you become less popular, less relevant. Maybe you took a break for a year or whatever, and next thing you know, everybody completely forgot you existed. Everybody, even if you were on top of the world, they still can forget about you just that fast, and that could create a lot of pressure, because even whether you're a small content creator or whether you're a big one, you're constantly having to fight for the attention of people who have the attention span of a gnat, which is that could be very exhausting. And speaking of exhausting, clearly when you hear Kai Cenat, talk about his perspective on where he's at mentally at the moment, it's clear that he is feeling very drained mentally and spiritually and emotionally. And this is the dark side of content creation that I alluded to at the beginning of the video, because a lot of people that consume content on the internet, a lot of regular everyday people, like, most people don't actually make content, they just consume all the content on social media. So because of that, most people, unfortunately, they don't understand how tedious and time consuming and exhausting, both mentally and spiritually, doing content is. It is very exhausting, it's very time consuming. Even the videos that you see, that you watch the video and in your head you think that it's not super impressive as far as edits or whatever, even that video could take an hour plus, depending on how long it may take the content creator to record it, conceptualize it, record it, edit the video, render the video, upload the video, create the thumbnail, create the description and title and hashtags and all these things. Like, while these things may sound simple, and while many people may say, oh, it's not hard work, it is extremely time consuming and draining. And it could be very frustrating if you're somebody who is trying that hard and still not getting those results, which is why many smaller content creators can be frustrated, because again, the consumer, they just see the video, they don't think twice about it. But you're completely overlooking the fact that that content creator might have spent an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, however long, trying to put that together. And then meanwhile, your stingy ass doesn't even want to hit the fucking like button. Like, and as a small content creator, or a smaller one for now, that can be very frustrating. But even at the level of somebody like Kai, that still can be frustrating, right? Because even though he may do very well from a number standpoint compared to smaller content creators, we don't know what his standard is. Maybe in his head he has a certain standard of views that he wants for each live stream, or views that he wants for each YouTube video. You don't necessarily know. But either way, content creation as a whole can really consume your life, whether you're making money from it or not. And many times people will see content creators go MIA, and they'll just kind of wonder, like, oh, what happened to that person? They fell off. But again, many people don't realize that what happened really was, in many cases, was that that person might have just got burnt out and they just really never got back into it. Now, in the case of Kai, he's in a position to where he can take certain breaks and properly reset himself, go on like a legit vacation and do whatever he needs to do to reset himself mentally and spiritually. But for a lot of smaller content creators, you know, many of them, in the midst of them still making a bunch of content, they're also still having to work day jobs and do different side hustles and try to, you know, doing a bunch of other things that is also draining them, which could also put them in a position to where they just they just end up giving up, really, or just, you know, it becomes very hard over time to try to keep going when you're you're feeling like you're just wasting a bunch of time, essentially. And I definitely and I could definitely relate to that feeling of feeling like you have those sort of even though you may believe in yourself, you have those moments of like self-doubt, because you're like, man, I'm going through all this trouble, and what is it really bringing me? Now, of course, Kai's perspective on that would be slightly different, because from his perspective, it would be like, okay, I'm going through all this trouble, but am I good enough to get to another level? But it's still a similar sort of concern. But that's all I got for that. I'm out.